Uh, Welcome everybody. Again, today we are going to talk about some programs related to JS. So let's see first some important programs. Then we'll write the program practically, and I'll make it clear. So here is a list of programs now mostly asked in exams. So first program is to find the area and circumference of circle. Let's see how to write that. So I have already written that program, and I'll show you some other programs uh, later on. We have to write the JS programs using some editors like Sublime or maybe the Notepad, Notepad++, or VS, Atom, etc. Here I am using Sublime Test. So there are three ways to write the JS code. First is internal, that we have to write inside the head tag. Next is the inline, means the same line as the HTML tag, and next is external. Here we are using internal, we can see here. So to write that, we have to put the script tag. It is not mandatory to write this type test or JavaScript, but we must include the script tag. We have to declare some variables just like C language var using var keyword. We can also use let. So we need two variables: radius to input area to store the area, circumference to store circumference of circle. Uh, to input we use prompt. Here we are not using HTML, and later I'll show you how to use HTML form to input data and to use that in JS. So simply we are using prompt to get the data, and this is for the message we'll display in that browser. And after inputting data, it stores data in this variable radius, and after that it goes for the calculation, that is pi r square. And here we can see two asterisk, that is star, and it is used to find the power of radius. If we want to find square, then we have to put radius 2 times asterisk or the star, then 2. If that is cube, then we have to put 3 instead of 2. Similarly for the circumference, we have to put the formula 2 pi r, 2 into 3.14 into radius. And after that, actually we have to display in C language. To display we use the printf, and in this JS we have to use the document.write. It's a method, and this method it is used to display data. So this is a string, this is the variable, and this is for the HTML. For the next line, similarly for the circumference, this is the string we want to display, this is the variable for which we want to display its value. And one question may be in your mind, actually what is the function of this plus sign? Plus, actually it is called concatenation operator. It is to concatenate, means merge this part and this variable part. Mostly we use plus, but instead of writing plus we can also use the comma, but plus is recommended. So let's run the program. Right click, open in browser. So it is asking for radius. Let's input radius and press enter. As you can see here, it is displaying output area 1726. Circumference 147.266. So this is how we can write a program using JS. We can use internal or inline or external as well. So let's go for the next program using JS. And the next program is there. uh, this one, whether she is eligible to vote or not. So I'm just copying this. Let's make a new file. So let's first save it. While saving, we must type the .html extension. Save it. So this is the comment line HTML we are using. So let's type HTML. So we are using internal JS code. So for that, let's write a script. Let's declare some variables. We need age as a variable, and after that we have to go for input. So as equals to prompt, enter your age. After that we have to use control structure if age more than equals to 18. Here in question it is mentioned there is eligible or not. It is not mentioned that actually what should be the age. Suppose the age is 18 to be eligible to vote. Uh, so if this, then document that right you are eligible to vote, else you are not eligible to vote. So it's very simple program, and actually in question it is saying that actually use function and on-click event. We'll also be using that, but for now we are not using that. So let's see in simple way this program. Just so I saved it. Let's run in browser. As you can see, it is prompting for input. Let's give 12. Enter. As you can see here, it's asking that it's displaying you are not eligible to vote. So it's very simple program in JS, the same concept as we are using that C language, but some writing format, editors, they all are different. Now let's write same program using function and the on-click event. So I'm going to save it. Let's not forget to give extension.html. For this, we have to use one function. So we have to put everything inside the function. Function is let's put function vote. So we finished writing the course of function here. So here is function. Now let's write one button inside the HTML button. unclick. So when you click this, we have to call the function. So let's give the name of function, that is load. So let's save it. Let's run in the browser. So here is the button. Let's click it. As we click it, then it calls the function, and inside that function, we have input the data. So let's give same value as we entered the before this 12. Enter. You are not eligible to what. So this is also where to write GS program using function. So this is the function. We can also pass a parameter, and this is the event. Means when we click it, then what should happen there? And for that we use this type of event. And when we click this button, then it calls the function, that is this one. We can use this script maybe above this button or the below this button. Does not matter actually where you put, it works there. So let's go for the next program. Next program I'm going to talk about here is loop, that is to print 1 to 135 up to 100 using a while loop. So let's take a look for this. Uh, just writing, copying and pasting, Control C. So I'm saving same program here. Reading sales 1, 3, 5. .html. So for that we don't need this one. So I'm just removing. I'm also copying and pasting this question here. So here is the question. We can also put this doc type. So we need loop, and the loop we have to use is while loop. So let's use while loop. First we need there I equals to 1 semicolon. Semicolon is optional. If we don't put it, then just nothing happens there, unlike C language. So while I less than equals to 100, let's print it. We may use document dot write or console.log I. Then let's concatenate with the HTML tag br. Br is used to break the line so that we can get the output in different lines or the multiple lines. So we have to change the value. As you can see in question, that value it is uh, uh, changing with comma difference 2 to 2. So we have to put I equals to 2. So let's put semicolon. So we finished the code. Let's save it and let's run in browser. Let's see what is going to happen. So as you can see here, we have got the output. So this type of question, if it comes tomorrow in computer science exam, and you can write easily. So it's very simple. I think you understood this program. Similarly, we can write also all of the programs like multiplication table, factors, reversing, unclicking, etc. If you have any question, you can put that question in comment box. You can ask me frequently. I will give you reply. Thank you. Happy coding and do your best.